my break. It's been, we say this a lot, but life is crazy with two different people living in different places, doing different things. But we're finally here to talk about the third episode of Survivor, which I watched on the night that it came out, and I was just like, this is fire. And Scotty's like, I'm too busy, I'll watch it later. And I'm like, you need to watch it. So now he's watched it. So now we can talk about it.
Yeah, this easily, I think, the best episode so far, even though I'm not happy with the outcome. I think it was the best episode in terms of how much action was happening and how much gameplay was happening. And I mean, as much as I hate to see spoilers, Brad go, I think it was cool to have a twist that I was not really prepared for.
I didn't see that coming. I was just like, that's stupid. They're not going to do that. And then I'm like, oh, they're stupid. They did that. Okay.
Especially...
Maybe I'm stupid though, because I don't really know the show. So they're fans. So if they say he needs to go, then maybe he does need to go. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. So starting from the beginning, Brad is basically a focal point of the episode because everyone on Team Ua is kind of just on the beach and he's by the campfire doing work, and he finds the advantage first, and it's the whole like, you're gonna go to an island, like you have to sneak off. Whereas this time, I think, was the first time like you had to sneak off. I feel like everyone kind of knew.
Everyone knew. It was like, you're going on and like you're going off.
Whereas this one was like, you need to sneak away from the rest of the group, otherwise you're gonna expose yourself. And Brad got it for Team Ua, Ashley got it for Team Luvu, and Tiffany got it for Team Yasa, which like, that was like, okay,
and
I guess
like,
really?
Okay. Damn. And then Tiffany was like, if I didn't find it around them, I wouldn't have even told them. And I'm like, girl, you got a big mouth, you would have fucking told them.
Ashley basically finds it because they're all like around the campfire talking, because they believe they need to get Nasir out, because Nasir approached Ashley the night before saying like, we got to get Deshaun. We got to get Deshaun out. And she basically exposed that conversation. Nasir tried to do damage control, and all the while that conversation's happening, she spots the advantage kind of on around the campfire, and she's like, well, it's like, do I grab it in front of everyone or do I risk them getting it? And she kind of sneakily took it.
Nasir noticed, but that was
a little bit. Yeah.
Like he was like, and she was just like,
she was able to sneak away, I think, without anyone noticing.
Can we talk about, like, I feel like we need to hear about it though, but like Brad had a great idea for sneaking out, but JD definitely saw him and they showed us that he noticed, and then they never brought it up. Like he never brought it up that he saw him.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know if they're noticing or if they're just trying to build suspense, because it's like, so is he awake right when Brad's leaving, or is that a different like time? Like, I don't know, because now it looks like JD knew he went off.
Which could be why, like, maybe we'll find that out in this next episode. Like, they'll be like, part of the reason why we flipped on Brad is JD told other people that he had that, because he told Shan, but he didn't tell anyone else, right? Or he told
Shan and Jeannie that he had that he had the idol, and I think he only told Shan he had the advantage.
Okay, yeah. So I feel like maybe that will come into play as to why they were like, okay, maybe we'll keep JD, or what, you know, because he gave us information or whatever. Like, I don't know.
I think it was mainly just emotional manipulation that JD was doing on Shan. I mean, obviously, he could really feel like, you know, at least I gave it my all, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, Shan from the very beginning of the episode was like emotionally like attached to, it seemed like JD more, even though she was more aligned with Brad.
Like emotionally, she was like, I don't know if she looked at him as,
she was feeling bad for JD. Like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe she
him as like a little brother or something, and that's why. So there's like those feelings, whereas like Brad was just her ally.
Yeah. So Brad finds the advantage, and then he goes off, and he ends up finding an idol with Jeannie, which they cut, like, everyone's talking like, I feel like someone had to have found an idol yet. And they're like, I don't know. And then it cuts to 30 minutes before Jeannie and Brad finding the idol.
Yeah. And then he eventually pulls Shan to the side because that's his number one ally in his mind, and he wants her to know everything and to, you know, whatever. And he tells her that he has an idol because
I have the idol and I also have an advantage. And she's like, what? And like, this is what makes me confused. She knew Brad had an immunity idol chance because obviously it doesn't go into you know, effect until the I think it's Luvu finds their idol, right?
Yeah, they're the ones that have
so she knows that he has an idol and an advantage for this week, which he ended up winning later. So I'm like, why are you getting rid of him?
And he trusts her completely.
To tell her.
And she's like, I'm going to go with the guy that lied to me. I'm going to take him. I'm going to keep him.
Yeah. And so you basically have Brad, who you can put your full trust into, who told you. Yeah. And you basically outnumber JD and Ricard now. Because Ricard, like, is just, like, really shifty. Like, he's not really aligning with, like, the group mentality, which I feel like is going to get him sent home. Like,
yeah, and he's kind of got, like, he comes across, like, kind of like an asshole.
Yeah, like a little...
I don't know what he does, but, like, to me on screen so far, he just seems kind of rude.
Yeah, and...
Judgy.
The only advantage, really, to keeping JD was he'll be indebted to you, quote unquote, and you get a power of his, but you would have another advantage though, you would have kept the power had JD gone home, right? Can you transfer powers like that?
I don't know. That's what I'm confused.
Because I mean, I feel like that it could work that way, I guess. I don't know, but like she didn't go like on the original like trek to like do the voting and everything, so I don't know if she gets the power. Like I don't know how that works. It's like, so does it automatically transfer to her like when she has it in her possession,
that, or is it just not active because he doesn't have it? Do you know what I mean? Like she keeps holding it away from him almost.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
even so, it's like, okay, now that he's staying, she even said like she'll give it back to him. So yes,
that's my thing too. So if she took it and then he went home,
she keeps it, or it goes back into play for like getting re-hidden or something.
I don't know. I need to figure out, like, this is the thing is I'm gonna have to get through probably like this whole season, and then I'll be like, okay, I got it for next season. Even though I know things change a little bit, like I'll finally be like, I understand what, you know, what goes together, because right now I'm kind of confused. I'm also confused on like the gameplay because I don't know what the rules are.
Yeah, and I don't think the rules are very clear for people who have even seen it. As my Twitter searches have gone, they were a little bit confused on like what happens to the immunity idol, what happens with Shan keeping the power. Like I don't know, we'll see. Obviously there was some drama between Ua, I think between JD and Shan, about either who keeps the power, or JD, I guess, felt betrayed by Shan for some reason, which, I mean, I don't know. I'm excited to see Jeannie's reaction to everything, because Jeannie was not
blindsided and pissed.
Like what happens when it's a tie. I thought Shan and Jeannie were going to vote JD, and then JD and Ricard were going to vote Brad. And I was like, so what happens when it's a tie? Like, have to vote again, but may only choose between the tied contestants. Oh, okay. So then Brad and JD wouldn't be able to vote. Well, Brad couldn't vote anyway. So then it'd just be between Jeannie, Shan, and Ricard. And then it would force there to not be a tie. You have to pass idols and advantages before the votes are read.
Like it has to be done at the ceremony?
Before the ceremony, I think.
Okay.
I don't mean Ashley. Tiffany, I guess, escaped. I don't know. Ashley escaped. There wasn't really much drama besides the whole Nasir drama and Luvu.
Well, there was drama with the advantage. We could talk about that.
Well, also, yeah, Ashley didn't trust Tiffany when they met up, and Tiffany was like, I don't trust Ashley.
What do we do? Like, should we do that? And I think I got where Tiffany was coming from, but I also got how that could rub someone the wrong way. Do you know what I mean?
About what?
The way she,
yeah,
because that rubbed Ashley the wrong way, but like I understood exactly what Tiffany meant, and I didn't think it was wrong what she did, but I just think their personalities didn't clash, like they didn't match. So it was like I could see how someone who was more of like Ashley's personality would be like, what the fuck, dealing with what Tiffany's trying to say. And then Brad was just like, okay.
Yeah. I feel like Brad just got on like such a good streak that it had to end, you know, because he got both powers. He was the only one to get the advantage, and they both, Ashley and Tiffany, both got nothing, and Brad got.
I thought Tiffany was for sure
gonna do.
Yeah, so I actually was surprised by that.
What was the advantage again? It was like you get
the tarp. There was the tarp,
right? But what was like the steal about this time?
I think so.
What was? Because I know it's like the same thing of like you lose the vote, you lose your vote if you. What was it? Was it steal a vote again? I don't think it is. God, I literally just watched it last night, but I don't remember.
I watched it like almost a week ago, so I'm like,
What was the power? Maybe it is just the vote steal. It's beware advantage. That's what the thing said. Yeah, I don't know exactly. Maybe it is just steal a vote again.
I feel like that's what it was. It had to do with the voting.
I feel like it makes the most sense because it's the same like penalty of like losing your vote or you can't vote. So let's just go with that. But
we're you know, it's been a rough week, guys. Sorry. It was a good episode.
Brad wins that power. Tiffany and Ashley both end up not getting the tarps as well as losing their votes. No, they don't. They just don't get anything.
Votes. Ashley said like she couldn't afford to lose her vote, so that's why she just had to play it safe because she didn't trust what everyone else was going to do, and she could not lose her vote. Yeah,
and from here we move to the immunity challenge, I believe. Which this one was cool. It was like a relay thing again, where they start by diving in the water and then they go to a platform where they have to cross kind of like a rope like a tightrope thing. Once they get to the end, they can jump into the water and swim to the shore. Someone else gets to go and start. Once they all make it to the beach, they have to dig through the sand pile to get this bag, which is full of bean bags.
Yeah.
Or coconuts that they had to break open or something. I don't remember.
I just remember they were doing the tossing.
So then they got bean bags and they had like these platforms up on like a pole that you had to land a bean bag on.
It was like a little like, stairway almost, you know,
like a stairway. It was like
a platform.
A platform, yeah. And Team Luvu basically crushes it. For a while, Yasa kind of comes back.
Yeah, they were
without Xander. Yasa would be in the dumps, I think.
Yeah.
Xander really just like saves them. And I think had JD not shot his beanbags first, Ua could have easily beaten Yasa, I think.
Yeah.
I just think there was lot of yet another reason why you should have gotten rid of JD. He was trying to like finesse the beanbags on the platforms, but like it clearly wasn't working and everyone else was getting them. And I don't really know how like the rotation of like the players worked because like he was there for a while before like Brad came in.
Yeah, like I was like, do they just get to try like 5 of them? Is it if you make it then you go again? Like I didn't quite get it either, and I was the next.
Because I believe Xander was the only one on Yasa to even like do it.
Maybe it was just sort of up to you at that point.
Maybe. I think Deshaun was like the only one who did it for Luvu. Maybe, what's the football player's name? Danny?
I forget his name, but I like him.
I think it's Danny. I think he was the other person to, his name's Danny. He's the other person to try the beanbags for Luvu, but they get first, and Yasa is pretty close behind them. So Ua already lost they were just eating rice, or they lost their rice or something from last week, right? And then now the advantage, or I guess like the prize was like you get a platter of fruit. So now they don't even get that.
They're hungry.
They're going to be hungry, which I think is another reason why they're going to be on edge next week. It just seems like it's been an easy road for Luvu, because besides Nasir kind of causing drama, I mean, there really isn't any. I think Ashley will rub people wrong next week, but
that's about it.
With Yasa, I really don't think. I think Tiffany is the only person that's going to cause drama right away. I think everyone else is pretty solid with Xander, Evie.
We'll see. Oh, you never know. Shit can shift and change and all these things. And, they're showing.
If you'd have told me Brad was going home this week, I would have been like, how? especially after him winning the idol, the idol power, the advantage, and also getting the advantage.
Yeah, I was like,
the only thing he didn't do was win the immunity challenge for his team. And I feel like they really just were like, well, you didn't do that for us, I guess you're gone. It's like, you can't carry the whole team, guys. And he's the only one who's doing work for them too. So I'm like, what the fuck are you guys gonna do now?
They're so dumb for that, in my opinion. But I obviously still don't really know the game, so I could be wrong. But
I would have kept Brad. He was trustworthy, but
he was trustworthy. He was hardworking, but
he had power.
Yeah, and also I feel like, I don't know. I still feel like if I wanted to eventually get rid of him, I probably could, because for whatever reason, he's not everyone's favorite. If I'm like Shan or Jeannie, you know what I mean? Like, he's in my pocket, so I'm good. And if I have to switch that, it wouldn't be that hard. But why would I not keep him?
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know.
We'll see episode 4 next week, as well as episode 10 of the challenge.
Yeah. We have things on Wednesdays. Hopefully we'll get the videos out quicker. Bear with us, but if you want to continue to see what's going on, you're gonna need to like, comment, share, subscribe.